Looking at her like, this is the food and drinks you said you was coming with? Girl, let me tell you. When he asked me, what do you want to drink? I said, I want to drink champagne. I want to drink champagne. The Next Door podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you. Because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, I was sipping a little bit, so my story is going to be a little bit animated and a little bit energetic. You guys already know the big body. Now, if you're looking for the High Value Women workbook, or if you're looking to book a one-on-one with me, or you're looking for the High Value Women audiobook for subconscious training, or you're looking to take the High Value Women course for a visual, full body transformation, the links will always be in the description box below. Now, without further ado, no long talking, let's pour it up. And this is going to be like my second glass today, so I'm a little like, uh. And of course, Red Bull. First sip, well, my second sip, I always know how to make the perfect combination. Now, guys, on this episode, we're just doing a part 2 on how I left my narcissistic ex. If you haven't watched that, here it is. Watch it. Now, we're going to start from the part where I left off. I left the first location to get to the second location. Now, guys, I left the first hotel. Once he caught me with the police, I left and I went to the second location. And when I went to the second location, it was really hard for him to find me because at this point, he didn't know where I was. I was a thief in the night. And he didn't have my contact. The only contact he had was my mom. And my mom knew I didn't want to hear nothing this man had to say. God himself could not come down and beg me to be back with that man. That's how serious I was done. Now, it's so crazy to me because I really feel like God wanted me to make that decision because it literally did not take me a week to find another man. And you know why it didn't take me long to find another guy was because as I was still in this man's house, I was working on myself. This is why I tell you guys this all the time, to work on yourself, because while I was transitioning into making a plan to leave, I was working on my body, I was working on my mind, I was working on everything I need to work on so that the healing process is not going to take me that long. So me leaving him, I was already healed already. Because remember, before me taking the watch, I was already 2-3 months and I wasn't having sex with him. I was waking up every morning at 5 in the morning, listening to motivational recordings, taking my dog on a walk, fitness, making sure my body was good. So when I finally decided to leave him, I knew it wasn't going to be hard for me to find someone else because I looked good. I felt good. I was already like healed. You get what I'm saying? So I was literally in the hotel for a week. I kid you not, a week. Now, this story is going to get a little confusing. Just follow me. So I was in the hotel for a week, right? So within the week of me being in the hotel, I was with my dog. So of course, you know how us dog owners are. Sometimes we care about our dog so much, sometimes more than we care about ourselves. So I went to a grocery store that sells dog food and sells a whole bunch of stuff. So I went there, whatever. And my boyfriend, the guy I'm dating after him, saw me and I didn't even see him at all. I didn't see him at all. And I was just regularly buying dog food and he saw me. So as I was approaching to get into the Uber, he told some guy that was working there to stop that girl. I want to talk to her. So the guy came to my Uber and was like, "Oh, my boss want to talk to you." I'm like, "Who's your boss?" "Tell your boss to come and approach me because I don't do the whole messenger. You are not UPS, sir. You're not UPS, neither are you FedEx. I want the boss to come and see me. I don't do the UPS and I don't do the FedEx, sir." So he said, "Okay." So I told my Uber, I said, "When I count to 5, if this guy's not at the window, I'm leaving." 5, 4, by 3, he's at the window. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." And he's like, "Oh, can I get your number?" I said, I don't give strangers my number." He shook my hand. I swear to God, he would not admit this, but his palm was literally sweating. I'm like, "I don't give guys, I just meant my number." He said, "Oh, well, like, can I just get a Snapchat?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll give you my Snapchat." So I took his Snapchat, whatever. I'm not thinking nothing of it because I didn't really get to see his face that well. I really wasn't paying attention because I was just ready to go. I was ready to go give my dog the dog food. So after I finally got home the next day, little did I know is that night that he got my number, the morning he was going to Dubai. So when I look on his Snapchat the next day, I'm seeing him in first class Emirates. I'm like, ugh. Oh, I'm like, oh, I think I finally got something. So he's in Emirates or whatever the case may be. So now he's in Dubai. Now follow my story, because that same week that I was in the hotel, the week that I moved to a hotel was the week he spent in Dubai. So that's how my ex had so much time to kind of like get in between. All right, cool. So now I'm happy because I got a new person. You know, when you get out of a situation, you have a new person you're talking to, and your energy just vibes with them, and you're happy that you got a new person. That's the vibes I was on. So now I'm all happy, diddly, 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 diddly. So now, me and my ex, we had a mutual friend. I don't even want to call her a friend. I want to call her an associate. I was trying to check a place next to her shop, and her shop was there, and she sells shoes and bags. So I was like, you know what? Since I'm checking this place, let me just go to her place, because I don't really have much girlfriends anyway, and I don't really have much people to talk to. So let me just hang out at her shop. That's where I messed up. Mind you, just so you guys understand, this is within the same week. I met my new boyfriend, and I went to her shop 3 days later. So now I'm in her shop. I'm having a good time. You know, I'm talking. You know, I'm just hanging out because, again, I didn't really have any much friends like that. And I didn't really consider her a friend, but she was still someone that I knew that I felt like, okay, I could just hang around, because I really was always alone in the hotel room. And, of course, my new man, he's not even around. He's in Dubai having a good time. So, and my ex-friend, I'm not even talking to her no more because she was hating because I didn't split the money with her. So I already knew that this girl was never really looking for my success. She was looking for my downfall anyway. So I cut her off. So I really didn't have any friend at the time. So I'm in her shop, you know. She's like, oh, she wants to get some like appetizers and a drink for us to like, you know, eat and drink. Like I need to relax. I should relax. All right. I relax. This bitch, she didn't even come with food and drinks. She came with my ex. So I'm looking at her like, this is the food and drinks you said you was coming with? Immediately, as she brings him in, because clearly I didn't know that she texted him that I was in her shop, that, oh, I'm in her shop. If you're looking for her, she's in my shop. So when she said she was going to get the food and drinks, that's who she came with. I was in my head like, this got me this got me up. So I stood up, and she's like, oh, wow. You're the one that set this up. So why are you trying to act like you're separating something when you are the one that's stirring the teapot? Like, everybody calm down. No, calm down. No drama. Calm down. But you're the one that stirred up the drama. You're telling us no drama? Okay, I got something for you. So he's trying to pass her hand. And I'm standing there like, what you finna do? Like, what's up? Like, now at this point, I'm like, all of y'all my ops. Like, all of y'all that's in this room is my ops. Because why would y'all consider, you telling me you're going to get food and drinks and you sitting here bringing him. Now, at this point, all of y'all my ops. And now I'm standing in defense mode. Like, what's up? Like, now the Brooklyn girl's coming out of me. Like, what's up? What's up? What's going on? What's up? So he's like, where's my watch? And he goes back to the, where is my watch? That's how I knew, like, this man really, like, it's just like, you're not even concerned that you just lost your ex-fiance. You're concerned about your watch. So now I'm like, you still asking me about this damn watch? And then he's trying to insult me. Like, he's trying to downgrade me in front of her. Like, I made you. I bought that bag that you're wearing. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm wearing it to the best of my abilities. What happened? So then she's like, oh, yeah, I only brought him here because I want you to be able to walk around free. No, you brought him here because you wanted to see drama. And since you want to see drama, I'm going to give you the drama. So now I'm like, look at you. Like, look at the way you looking. Like, now I'm insulting him back because it's like, oh, you made me? But you made me, but I left you, and look at the way you looking. So now he's like, let's talk outside. I was like, I don't want to talk to you outside. He's like, talk to me outside. Like, I'm not going to do nothing to you. Talk to me outside. Because I knew he wasn't going to do nothing to me because at this point, I'm in defense mode. And if he was going to do something to me, girl, bottle to the head. If he thought he was going to even try to abuse me or do anything to me, girl, bottle to his head, busting it open like it's an egg. That's how I was feeling. That's if he was trying to put his hands on me, because again, as a woman, you shouldn't be putting your hands on a man first. You should never, ever, ever, as a woman, put your hands on a man first, because that's you asking for something to happen. That's why sometimes I don't really understand how women be like, oh, he hit me back. Sis, you hit him first. So if you hit him first and you triggered him to hit you, of course he's gonna hit you. That's just human nature. Like, it's a reaction, it's a reflex. So if you hit a man first and he hits you back and he's beating on you, you hit him first. Don't ever, 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 ever put your hands on a man. If you want to hurt him by emotions. That's how you hurt a man, by emotions. You don't hurt a man by putting your hands on him. A man will always be physically stronger than you. So you never, ever put your hands on a man. If you want to hurt him by one, attacking his emotions and attacking his mental. That's how you hurt him. So we came outside and I was all smiley, giggly, because now I was like, okay. I was confident. Like, I know you're not going to touch me because I know you're not going to touch me. So he's like, where's my watch? And I'm like, I don't have your watch. He was not like, it's me and you here. You don't have to act like you don't know what watch I'm talking about when you know which watch I'm talking about. So today, I still don't know what watch he's talking about. Finally, he was like, how much you sold the watch for? I was like, oh, well, I didn't even say I sold it for. I said I made X amount. He's like, oh, wow, that's nice. I was like, I know, right? So he couldn't have much to say. So he's like, oh, so you, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Everything is good. Because you know, the thing is that this man was trying his hardest not for me to get to this point. He didn't want me to have my own. He didn't want me to see who he really was. He wanted me to still be wrapped around his finger where he can use me all the way to my youth. And then when I get older, I have regret. But me being the emotionally intelligent, calculated woman I was, I'm like, you're older than me. I'm not about to let you use all my youth and then I get to your age and I'm regretting and I'm upset. I don't want to have that. I'm leaving. So I did what I had to do. So finally, we end the conversation and then he asked for my number. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you my number. I gave him my new number. When I changed my SIM, he didn't have my number. So I was like, you know what? Let me just give him my number. Because again, like, I'm already done. So there's nothing he can really tell me or text me or say to me that's going to let me come back to him. Because I was long gone. Because it was like, again, it took a while for me to get to that point. And one thing about a Capricorn, because I'm a Capricorn. One thing about us Capricorns is we love hard, but when we're done, we're done. That's how us Capricorn women are. When we're done, we're done. So I gave him my number. Finally, he left. I looked at the girl. I left. So now I'm back in my hotel, my dog, whatever. And my new boo is we're talking a lot. Like we were talking so much. I couldn't wait to see him. Like I was just so like, you know when you get the little butterflies down there? That's what I was getting for him when I was talking. I was like, I cannot wait to see this guy. So it's crazy because when he finally came back, I was, red flag. But I was just the ending. So when we finally saw, we was just so passionate. It was just passionate, but we couldn't do nothing. Again, don't be sleeping with these guys on the first date. If you want to sleep with him, at least give it the third date, but don't sleep with him on the first date. Don't let him feel like he has that much, like you're that easy. You don't want him to think that every guy that you connect with, you just sleep with. You want him to feel like it's special, which is what I gave him. So now, we passed that stage. So now we're locked in. Like within a week, because while he was in Dubai, he was sending me money. I'm gonna tell you this right now, girls. When he was in Dubai, he was already sending me money because I was asking for stuff. I was like, can you pay the hotel bill? He was sending me money before I even saw him in person. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that I was in a vulnerable state where I just saw him in person, because I was trying to get over my ex. No. He was already spending money. And when he came back from Dubai, he already bought me like nice little bags, nice little souvenirs from Dubai when he came back. So that's why even though the first date I liked him a lot and I wanted to give him the cookie, I didn't give him the cookie till like the second or third time. You get what I'm saying? And I think God deliberately allowed me to be like on my period, like the ending of my period, just so I don't like fall into like giving it to him the first day. So now, he's back from Dubai, so he's hitting the clubs because, baby, at this point in our life, we was young. He loved going to the clubs. And I'm talking about, he's not going to the clubs to be at the bar. He's going to the clubs to pop Cristal, Don Perignon, like anything I want to drink. And he's not drinking the regular Hennessy. He's drinking XO. Big boy. So girl, I'm at the club. And now this club that I'm at is a popular club. And him and his friends is always in a popular section. They're always in a section that like know him and his friends because they spend money. So now, like this is the first time I've been out since my heartbreak. So now this is like going towards like 2 to 3 weeks now. And mind you, I've been like gelled in the house with my ex for 2 to 3 months prior. So like this is my first time being out in 2 to 3 months. Girl, let me tell you. When he asked me, what do you want to drink? I said, I want to drink champagne. I want to drink champagne. I want to drink champagne for the pain, baby. For the pain. He's like, no problem. I saw the lights come in. The bottles was flying in. Girl, I didn't even know my ex friend was in the club, and he told him like, "Yo, Ava's in the club, like she's in the club. Come and see." So my ex came. I'm drinking my champagne. I'm already tipsy at this point because he got me drunk because he knew what he was gonna do. He got me drunk. So like not drunk to the point where I'm sloppy drunk, but I'm talking about like drunk where it's like a good time. You know when you're in a club and you're drinking and you're having a good time, like it was that type of drunk. So I'm in the club, I'm drinking, I'm turning up. Brrr, brrr. My phone is buzzing. So I look at my phone and I see a text message. So this is the life you left for. I hope you're having a good time. So we're in the middle where like everyone can see. So I just look up to see if I could spot him, and I spot him. Girl, I put my phone in my purse. I put my drink up like this. It's a good motherfucking time. The DJ played Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like that. Girl, I was like, I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this, and I had to. Yeah, that was the celebration of you had me effed up, and now I'm happy because I'm over you and I'm with my new guy, and my new guy not only looks better than you, but he matches my aesthetic. Woo, girl. I put my drink to the air, like, yep, that's exactly the life I left for. Sips to that. And girl, that's exactly how it ended. After a while, he tried to talk to my mom, but again, my mom like kind of knew that I was stubborn and I really wasn't trying to get back with him. And that was just the end. And then I transitioned into my new relationship, which is more exciting. My new guy fitted me more better because he kind of allowed me to be free because we weren't that far in age. So he kind of like understood me more and allowed me to be like, he didn't try to choke me or feel like, oh, I have to cage her here, I have to cage her. He allowed me to be. And that's all I wanted because as women, we want a guy that's going to treat us good and also allow us to be a free butterfly. We don't want a man that's going to tie us down, hold us down, choke us. We all want a man that's a provider that understands that he has to be a provider while also allowing us to be, and a guy that's not controlling. And that's what I got in that situation. And I was so thankful, and I knew that that's what God wanted for me because that's what I was praying for while I was in that man's house. And I was so happy to finally get it. I'm going to end the story by giving you guys advice. This goes back to never settle. When you know what you want, if you want a particular man, just pray for it and hope that you'll get it because you will get it. I feel like women forget that there's millions, millions of men in the world. They like to settle for the one that they have because they think there's no other guy. Because I used to think like that. I used to think that I would not find a guy outside of my ex-fiance. And little did I know, when I least expected it is when I found a guy that fit me perfectly. Like perfectly. So don't settle. And when you are transitioning into leaving a relationship, work on yourself so that when you finally leave, it's not like you're going through the healing process. You already healed while you were leaving. And now that you've left, you're ready for what the universe has to give you. And let's cheers to that. Let's cheers to being women of value and healing in the process of leaving. Cheers. Now, guys, if you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you're listening to, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload more episodes. And guys, you already know the rest. Until we meet again.